Everybody, we all appreciate everybody who came out today, came to support. We're going to start off with the intro called No Advance, produced by myself, Shot my nigga 7. We're going to kick this motherfucker off, man.
Fucking rolling.
That was Ocean Drive, the last song on the album, man. I appreciate y'all, you ugly motherfuckers coming out fucking with me, man. You know, slaughter gang shit. We in the building, man. 21.
Man, appreciate everybody coming out, man. Caught that shit midnight iTunes, motherfucking Savage Mode. Midnight 21 Savage DJ right now. DJ Savage. Go ahead.
Hood Affairs TV, man. That's the Savage Mode. Savage Mode. Listen,
I'm a Hood Affair. Everywhere I go, it's the fucking Hood Affair, nigga. Slaughter gang shit. Boulder Crest Paradise shit. Ninth Ward March shit. Rollo with me, found shit. Nigga, we run the city, nigga. This our city, nigga. Straight up. Young Savage, why you trapping so hard? Why these niggas capping so hard? Why you got a 12-car garage? Why you pulling out these rappers' cards? Cut these niggas pussy and I'm hard. I turn it fucking soft to some hard. I grew up in the streets without no heart. I'm praying to my Glock and my car. I sit back and read like cat in the head. 21 Savage, that cat with the mat. 21 Savage, not boys in the hood, but I pull up on you, shoot your ass in the back. Stuart Little, hurt these niggas some racks. Pocket full of cheese, bitch, I got racks. I'm a real street nigga, bitch. I am not one of these niggas banging on wax. Hold up, money make my old bitches hate. Hold up, bitch, you still stay on session 8, bro. Hold up, my new bitch wetter than a lake. Hold up, and she love to let me paint her face.
Hold up, fell in love with some good through. Hold up, fell in love with some good through. Hold up, real no confidential papers up. Hold up, you done made me wait my savage up. Hold up.
First of all, where I'm supposed to start. When I first met you, man, another nigga had your heart. But I'm a player, so you know a player played his part. Smooth talk, a conversation took a nigga broad. I'm on the road doing shows, seem like we fell apart. She think a nigga fucking groupies, I'm just grinding hard. Your family said we wouldn't last, but we beat the odds. Bonnie and Clyde, she was with a nigga stealing cars. These streets so dirty, I just want someone who really there. Can't fake love, I just want someone who really care. Be loyal to me, want somebody I ain't gotta show. Open your eyes, baby girl, real niggas rap.
Young Savage, why you trapping so hard? Why these niggas capping so hard? Why you got a 12-car garage? Why you pulling out these rappers' cards? Cut these niggas pussy and I'm hard. Turn it fucking soft to some hard. I grew up in the streets without no heart. I'm praying to my Glock and my car.
So, man, bro, in 2016, Atlanta trap would take a different turn in music. I mean, dead ass, bro. 21 Savage and Metro Boomin would join forces for the now classic Savage Mode, man. A cold script down project that sounded like it was straight from a horror film on like wax, but dead ass. Before this, 21 Savage was still in the underground, just building his name up and kind of getting himself out there and shit. Metro Boomin was already known, you know, he was producing for Future, Thug, Drake, etc. Like, he was already making bigger placements at the time, you know, but they don't link it up together, they would create something eerie and like literally insane, bro, redefining the trap tone. The release of Savage Mode turned 21 to a star. The reshape Metro's whole sound, man, and set the blueprint for the next era of Atlanta trap. This is the lore of the classic Savage Mode mixtape, man. So, man, before we even jump into this era in general, man, you gotta really just take it back to the beginning days for 21, etc. Like, before 21, before Savage Mode, 2016, all that, 21 Savage was still trying to establish who he was as an artist, man. Coming from the Atlanta East Side lane, his early music felt raw, unfiltered, and straight from the streets, bro. Like with early mixtapes and, you know, like Free Gucci EP, the Slaughter tape, just all that before things really started to take off for bro. He still was just a typical rapper building his sound up like any other rapper at the time. At this time, 21 wasn't famous yet, bro. He was only like, he wasn't on radio, like blogs. Nobody really outside outside of Atlanta knew who 21 Savage was. Outside the people who was in Atlanta. Because at that point, he was starting to become like a street legend. He was starting to become known for his raps in the city. You know, Atlanta, everybody in Atlanta know who each other is, bro. Like, I really feel like that's how it is out there. And I'm pretty sure it was the same thing going for the time. Because, you know, he was locally famous, basically. You look closely in a lot of early, like, videos from the time, bro. Really trap niggas for Future in 2015. You'll find 21 Savage in that music video, like, way before people, like, outside of Atlanta knew who he was and jump. So that was, like, my first fewest time seeing 21 Savage. But it really was the Slaughter mixtape that got him that momentum and the first real buzz for him. Because when it dropped in, like, that year, it was the first full project that made people outside of Atlanta just gravitate to who he was. And just, you know, tracks like Red Ops, Skirt, Ski, all them shits was starting to spread like wildfire through the internet. You know, a lot of people was starting to know who he was and shit like that. Because the sound was kind of mad, dark, and different for the time that music was kind of going into. You know, like, Future was already aiming with music like that. But, like, 21 Savage was bringing it to a more, like, basically like Atlanta drill side in a way. It's like where you got Metro Boomin on the other hand. Metro Boomin was already becoming a mainstream superstar producer, like, by that point. He'll work with, like, Future, Young Thug, etc. Like, basically building his sound up with Future. Like, the whole Monster mixtape gave Metro that bit, like, kind of co-sign and light, and it made him a global, you know, with hits like Tuesday with I Love McKinnon. Just hella souls, bro. Like, he was starting to become that guy, that producer, the go-to producer at the time. So by 2015, Metro had already become like the sound of Atlanta new wave, blending heavy 808s with haunted melodies, cinematic tension, but like Savage Mode, all that. When he linked up with 21, it gave him a different sound. Like, it kind of pushed Metro to more of a darker sound, bro, instead of the typical sound he was pushing already the years of 2014-15. But by early 2016, Atlanta Underground was tight-knit, bro. Everyone from Sony Digital, Southside, Metro Boomin, and the newer street artists like 21 Young Nudie and all them who was just coming out the scene, all of them were just starting to blow in the, like, brand new ecosystem, bro. That were just taking it to a different name. 21 name had already started to buzz off with the Slaughter tape and Slaughter King and shit. Just all that momentum just made its way to, like, Metro, bro. And I always heard that, like, how they got introduced was basically through Sony Digital, bro, who was working with both of them, people in Southside Camp, bro. Like, Metro got introduced to 21, not through a label or management, but literally through the streets and just the studio scene, bro. I think it was, like, allegedly that 21 just went up to Metro. It was just like, man, just send him some beats and shit. And Metro literally just sent that nigga a handful of beats. It's like when they finally, like, linked up, bro, Metro immediately drawn to 21 Savage monotone, emotionless flow, and just cold storytelling that it wasn't flashy or energetic. It was just eerie and direct. Almost like 21 was narrating a crime documentary over just hard-ass trap beats, bro. Metro saw the cinematic potential in that, bro, and a chance to create something darker and more experiment than anything he had done before. But you gotta think about it, but this is like 2015, 16, 21 Savage. Like, everybody know when 21 Savage first came out, his flow was so, like, he used to have like a nonchalant flow with him that was just so different than anything. That's why it's so crazy to see the growth for him nowadays. Like, when I see with 21 Savage music, anything nowadays, I be like, bro, that's insane, because this nigga used to rap so, like, nonchalant, like, almost like he was just talking on the beat, bro. Like, that's how crazy his music really was at the times and how different it was, and just the hardest, eerie beats of all time. That's when Savage, bro, really started to come and play, bro. That's when they really just started cooking up. Studio sessions, all that was getting booked. Them two was starting to link up and just cook up the most atmospheric, crazy shit we had ever heard, bro. Instead of just chasing radio hits or club hits, both wanted to create something that felt like a movie, bro. Metro designed beats that sounded like the score to a, like, just a thriller, bro. Slow tempos, bro, haunted piano loops, and long stretches of silence that let 21 words hit harder. 21 in turn rapped with no gimmicks or ad-libs for attention, just flat tone, menacing, which gave it that hardcore trap feel, man. It wasn't about the energy, bro. It was just about the height. It was about the mood, bro. Every trap felt like a late night confession. Like, the title itself, just like Savage Mode, bro. I remember reading an interview saying when Metro came up, like, I think Metro came up with the title, bro, because he was always observing 21's everyday mindset. He once said that, like, 21 was always in Savage Mode. Nothing fazed him. That phrase summed up not just the music, but basically the persona, just the whole energy of what Savage had for the time, bro. It was just a cold, unbothered, and ruthless, like, like attitude that just went so well with the music and shit like that, bro. So most of the recording of Savage Mode was just at Metro home studio in Atlanta. Not a big commercial set or none of that, bro. Just literally all them in that creative space, just giving stretches and pacing around with the mumbling flows, but also just the more dark, historic shit you'll hear. You know, by the first half of 2016, bro, 21 was no longer just a local name. He was becoming a serious force in Atlanta underground, bro, to the point where XXL had to get in, bro. He became a 2016 XXL. Now, we all know the legendary class of XXL, man. We all know how 2016 freshman list was, bro. Iconic in its own right, bro. Everybody in their mamas for that class is either successful or even more successful than they was. And 21 is literally one of the niggas in that class who is more successful. And people literally doubted 21 Savage, bro. That's another thing about Savage you gotta know. People doubted him like crazy at the time, bro, because they just didn't realize that that nigga was gonna be the least the one that had the most potential out of everybody in that like class, man. But I bring the XXL up because it literally like the momentum that he had for the XXL was all going into the like a couple days later they ended up dropping on the Savage Mode on July 15th and shit. Cause I think the XXL was like the 13th, the 12th for 2016. So it was literally it was a month before it was June. So all that was just stemming and shit like that, going crazy for bro, and all that was just all hyped up and just more people was getting attention from him. Like that mysterious, just him being himself and all that energy just went to more people curious who he was and junk. And you also had Metro going on a promo campaign while 21 name was just bubbling. Metro Boomin was also teasing like half of just the promo for Savage Mode around like the cryptic tweets, bro, like motherfucking Instagram captions, playing like snippets, all that, bro. It was just a lot. It wasn't even a crazy rollout. The rollout was kind of simple and quick because it kind of really dropped like a surprise tape. Like, we knew it was coming, but many people didn't really know. So all that hype that he was getting for the XXL shit was all stemming from them already leading up and promoting Savage Mode. And then, bro, on July 15th for 2016, Savage Mode will officially get released, bro. Literally, man. And this right here was only 9 tracks long. No filler, no skits, no unnecessary features, just pure focused collaboration between 21 and Metro Boomin. That briefly made it feel tighter and more intentional, like every song was part of one cohesive world. And that has brought you into their world and just what the fuck, kind of like a mindset thing, if you ask me. I always get that when I listen to this project, bro. And it's like almost a 10-year-old project now. And this shit still sounds fresh and brand new from when it dropped back in 2016. It's crazy to think that the only feature on this was literally Future, bro, on the track X, bro. And it's so crazy that song alone, it's just the rest of the shit is literally just handled from Metro and 21, bro. And that cohesive and that chemistry that you could hear through that, bro. You could tell that this was a project where they both was in the studio locked in with it, bro. Cause you could hear the chemistry, bro. Like, I get that for any other Metro collab or song, but this really one of the projects that you really gonna get that, where you gonna feel the chemistry. You could tell that, oh yeah, they was having a blast making this shit. And it just, man, like I said, bro, this tape just insane, bro. Hella classics on this tape, bro. You already know, bro. Of course you do. Come on, bro. Feel it. It's insane, my nigga.
I can feel it in the air. 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 I can feel it in the air.
Probably one of the 21 hardest songs to me, low key. No Events is crazy.
Smash the stripper in the hotel with my chains on. I'm playing with a kitty with my BBS rings on. Shouted saving hoes, told that boy put his cape on. My partner down the road, I'm talking to him on Tango.
Of course, No Heart is come on, bro. We all know how class legendary that was, bro.
So much dope that it broke the scale. They say crack kills, nigga, my crack sell. My brother in the kitchen and he rapping the bell. Louis V my bag and Louis V on my belt. Chain swinging, diamonds bling. Hold up, pistol swinging, gang bang. Hold up.
I remember when that shit first hit the scene. We're legendary. Come on, X with Future was crazy.
I'm just stunting on my ex bitch. I'm just flexing on my ex bitch. Hold up, I'm just stunting on my ex bitch. I'm just flexing on my ex bitch.
Come on, my motherfucking Bad Guy was fire, nigga. Real nigga is crazy. That beat on Real nigga is just insane, bro.
21. I'm saying nigga doubted me. Now they tryna hang around a nigga. I ain't got nothing but bullets for
Ocean Drive is crazy. Come on, y'all already know Savage Mode was fire, of course.
Spend $1,000 just to sell mud. Park that motherfucker in the field. I got that motherfucker on my hip. I'ma squeeze.
Like, bro, just hella bangers on this, bro. For this to be 9 tracks, bro, insane to think, man, because this shit right here dropped, and this was a crazy time. Just like I said, but the songs that became noticeable, because No Heart was also a big song, was a song that was going viral crazy on the times, man. This became the trap defining anthem, bro. The song was just eerie, that piano melody, heavy bass line, just 21 just dead, like literally just basically talking through the song, giving us that nonchalant, just that feel of that dark sound that we had never heard and shit, bro. Cause the music video also was crazy too, but it was a recreation of like Menace to Society. So it just like all that lined up so perfect with just what the tape and energy it was bringing, bro. And all this was new for people, cause 21 Savage was still brand new at the time. He wasn't like a rapper that was known. He was out for like 3 years popping. Oh, this kind of was his first main year really popping in the rap shit. Like I said, when they go to just the sound of the project, bro, to really just dig deeper in that, cause that's what's so important to me. It was the sound. Savage Road wasn't just another tape, bro. It was a shift in sound design, bro. Before this, trap beats was like, the thing about trap beats leading up to that point, it was like the same, like typical trap beats and shit, you know, cause you gotta realize like 808, all them was out doing their thing. Metro, bro, it was like being bigger, louder, and more chaotic. Like, think about it, bro. When you go to like Metro early hits, like from the year prior to 2016, with the hits like Jumpman, Blow a Bag, like just early Future shit, bro. It was like that as it was the same typical high energy drums and rapid, you know, hi-hats and, you know, just club and arena sound and trap beats. But it was something, but just about 2016, Metro started moving in the opposite direction, bro. Instead of just going, like, having that type of sound and shit, it's like he really went into a darker sound. Cause I feel like that's when Metro sound got darker to me. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I feel like Metro sound was already, you know, in that lane years prior, you know, but it really got deeper. It's like he got deeper into that bag when he got with 21. And that's when his, like, you know, beats. And that's how I feel like Metro just so fire when he comes to making like the dark trap beats, because he do it to a point where he really goes deep into it, bro. That's why I always fuck with Metro beats and shit. It's just though, man, bro, this classic right here, bro, was just insane, bro. It literally made 21 Savage, it kind of broke 21 Savage to the mainstream, to be honest, bro. All this, like, that momentum he had coming into this tape, it all made it pay off for 21, because he had one hell of a 2017, 2018. He just a global star now, bro. Everybody know who 21 Savage is, bro. We all know what it did for Metro too, man. Metro was already crazy big, you know, because he always having hits in 2016 with like Congratulations, Post Malone, etc. So that just made both of them bigger than what they was at the time, though, man. It became them unstoppable force and jump. And I always felt like the sound of this music really did influence a lot of people in the way people like make shit nowadays, bro. For example, like just the sound that like became nowadays, I feel like the rage, the new Atlanta trap rage now, like that dark sound that Atlanta be having nowadays in their music, kind of all stem from this point. The only thing is that more people be more energetic in they shit nowadays, but all that wouldn't kind of be possible if Savage didn't come out with that type of style and that just eerie sound to his music that he had early on in his career. You literally can hear all that balanced in one, bro. Even Young Nudie, bro, 21 Savage cousin, like Nudie Land, all that, but Nudie built the whole entire sound from this sound that they had on this tape, bro, like in pushing it farther with his music, bro. It just literally, man, it's insane how crazy this tape was. This was a big deal back in 2016. And, you know, we all know the legendary sequel that came out back in 2020. Now, I know people gonna be like, well, the sequel didn't sound nothing like the first one, bro. Of course it didn't, bro. These niggas was two different levels. From 2016 to 2020 are in different levels in their career. They was already known mainstream superstar status. And the sequel really, it wasn't even trying to go for that sound, bro. It was just a new polished sound from the both. So I always fuck with the sequel, but the sequel will never not be better than the first one. I can't lie to you. This first one just will always be legendary to me, man. Like, nothing will beat this shit, bro. This era will always go down in history. 21 Savage, the GOAT, man. Metro's the GOAT. Savage Mode's a classic. And nothing will never not make me not say that. Never. And that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap this video up. If y'all enjoyed this video, man, y'all give the video a big ass thumbs up, man. Bro, look, bro, I really appreciate all y'all. I love y'all so much, man. We is like literally, bro. We is going crazy right now, bro. And I just want to say, man, I really do appreciate that, man. Even the people who just only watch the content for just different type of videos for me, I really appreciate that too, because you really don't have to watch none of this shit, bro. So I appreciate all y'all and love y'all for just watching this shit and just really sticking with your boy, man, because I mean, I be trying, bro. I be trying to just give y'all the best content I could give y'all, man. I love doing videos. I got a real passion for this music stuff, man. I'm really hoping that later on in like this stuff pays off and we can just make this a bigger thing, a community. It's just a crazy community, bro. We can all build up. But thank y'all, man, and gotta thank God. Of course, if it wasn't for him, none of this would be possible. Thank you, God, for just getting us here. Just having another day to really just make this stuff go crazy, man. So I love God always, man. Shout out to the Most High. And shout out to y'all for always just, like I said, being there, rocking with your boy through the tough and the good times, man. We literally we making this stuff a reality. So I really love this shit. And I hope y'all will enjoy everything that's come out, man. We only got like 2 more months left in this year, bro. So it's a lot of shit we got to run up and get, but we going to get there eventually, man. Like hard work, it's going to pay off, but it'll pay off. But y'all don't know, man, check the community post on the page. That's why I asked y'all that's what y'all want to see. I let y'all know when video coming out. Or just drop in the comments what you want to see, bro. I'm telling you, I'm not shying away for nothing. Look, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, if you think it's a video idea that I'll just, you thought, oh, yeah, he ignoring me. Oh, no, it's never that. I'm gonna get around to it when I get around to it. It's never that, though. I'm do everything that everybody asking and that everybody want to see, bro. It just, y'all gotta think about it, man. It's so much shit I could do, bro. Like, that's why I be like, it'd be so hard to be like, man, what video should I do next? Because that's why I be asking y'all all the time, because it's just like, bro, I have so many ideas, like, and stuff that I just know I want to talk about, and I'm gonna eventually get to when I get to it. So, of course, I'm not ignoring nobody. I really appreciate y'all, man, but, that's really it. But I really had no prior announcements, man. I just want to just say I love y'all. See y'all in the next video, man. I love y'all. And yeah, man.